guys, welcome back to Double O Moogie.
Wait. What is this?
What's wrong?
Where are the comic panels? Where are the doodles? Where is the ink?
This week we're gonna do things a little bit differently.
Okay, so on top of this week's video being late, you're just chucking the comic panels and Draw My Life vibe? How dare you? First Pepsi, now this? There's too much change happening.
Calm down, you drama queen. It's just for this video.
All right, you may continue.
Thank you, Madam Moogle. So, over the weekend, we visited our friends over at Bronies NYC.
Visited?
Okay, fine. Invited. We were invited to a meetup and asked to be a part of a live stream that was going on for an online convention called HAHCon.
HAHCon? Like ha ha ha?
If you choose to remember it that way, sure. It actually stands for Horses at Home, a My Little Pony convention for bronies who just want to stay at home while enjoying the panels and such. There was even an online store.
So, it's a convention without the social aspect of it?
Essentially.
Sign me up!
Well, we were there. We did a panel, I guess you could call it. Artists were invited to Bronies NYC to talk with someone while drawing ponies. Or horses. Or horses disguised as dragons in some cases.
David, you clever guy. I appreciate you.
The piece I'm working on here was worked on after the panel at Bronies NYC. I inked it for the stream and painted it after the fact, which is why I started it a bit late.
Oh. Well, that explains the god-awful angle.
Thank you for pointing that out, Captain Obvious.
Just figured I'd help you out.
Hey, do me a favor while you're busy playing Sherlock. Can you explain to me how one would set up an overhead shot without a proper tripod while painting on a book bag in the middle of a social venue?
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's kind of tough to set those things up without the proper equipment, isn't it?
yeah. I suppose I should have thought of what we had at our disposal before saying anything. But who told you to paint it there?
Anywho, I will admit that I was pretty anxious before the stream started out. But Thoth the host and Ace the co-host asked me pretty simple questions that I could answer with no problem, and eventually I did start to relax.
You make it sound like you don't speak. You do it here.
True, but my audience here only sees my hands and nail polish, not my face. It's a completely different story once your face is on camera.
Right again.
That aside, it was pretty nice. Being interviewed in a way for the first time and everything. It was pretty casual. Within a few minutes, I was fine and giving into the back and forth banter. We made a few jokes about how pathetic the life of a starving artist is.
I seem to recall you saying that the tears make a good art supply.
Yeah, Ace brought up a pretty good point about the saline in the... No, I'm not getting into this. Back to the point. It was fun. And I actually got to know Ace a bit more as an artist as well, since he not only talked with us, but he also went up after me.
10 out of 10 would do again?
Definitely, for sure. The rest of the event was pretty casual. I spent most of it painting, and then we had dinner at Gigi's right before we watched the movie Blazing Saddles, which I'd never actually seen before.
And you call yourself a Gene Wilder fan.
Listen, it's not like I have an IMDb Rolodex built into my head of every single one of my favorite actors and directors' filmographies. I'm not built that way.
Ha! Shame.
Either way, it was new. Different. Very different, for me anyway. But I liked his role in it. The end was completely random, like straight out of left field.
A few of us felt that way. We can't lie and say that the conclusion wasn't completely hilarious, though.
The randomness of it reminded me of a lot of comical stuff that I appreciate in anime, actually. Kind of like the fourth wall break manga panel scenes in Fooly Cooly, if you've seen it.
Or the budget jokes made in Deadpool.
Yeah, things like that are just too quirky to pass up. After the movie and the usual cleanup routine, the rest of the night was spent at HQ with Senpai and the others.
Oh yeah, he wasn't at the event.
Nope, but like a giddy school kid, we shoved our Celestia painting under his nose the literal second we walked through the door.
That's not embarrassing or anything.
Not even a little bit.
Why are we like this?
Thankfully, he puts up with us.
Ha! Speak for yourself. He actually likes me. He puts up with you.
Anyway, we were able to watch the entire Harry Hot Dogs live stream from earlier on in the day, which we kind of missed out on. I think we enjoyed it more after the fact, though. There's just something about the fact that it was filmed in black and white that added an extra layer of entertainment for me.
It was like sad, but funny that it was sad.
It made certain moments look like a bit of a horror movie, actually.
Especially when we got a top view of the pot.
Yes, seriously. Those hot dogs with the pasta looked like some kind of horrible sea creature that they tamed and tried to stew in a pot. But it smelled surprisingly delicious. We didn't get to try it out, though.
Larry doesn't like hot dogs.
I mean, from what we saw, people didn't hate it.
It did smell good.
After that, we kind of just drifted around a bit until it was time to go home. It was a pretty exhausting day after everything was said and done.
We didn't do much, though.
No, but things can be as mentally exhausting as they are physically exhausting. Being at events is a lot of fun, but at the end of it all, I always need quiet time to decompress. Especially because I'm not as social as everybody else is. It was great actually talking to people this time around, though. I actually got to interact with the other traditional artists a bit, which is great. His art is so good.
Enviable.
It makes me want to tear my sketchbook to pieces.
Well, you're a cartoonist. What can you do?
I can eat my paintings and drawings and comics and hope that what comes out is better than what went in.
That is entirely too gross a thought to process properly.
I must get back to practicing.
Remember, comparison isn't healthy. Inspiration is.
Who said I was comparing? I'm inspired by, how much better his art is than mine. Yeah, there you go. Inspiration, not comparison.
You're not as clever as you think you are.
So, what do you guys think about the end result of this Celestia piece I started during the panel at HAHCon? And would you like to see more full watercolor stuff from me in the future?
After she gets over this midlife crisis she's having, of course.
Accio, self-confidence, and motivation.
That's not how that works, and no one is going to understand your weird Harry Potter jokes.
Joke's on you. I don't care. So, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to keep up with the latest in Double O Moogie.
We also rant about whatever we've seen or played lately on a blog, where we usually post scans of cards we've drawn for this channel. Look us up at doubleomoogie.wordpress.com, or just click the link in the description below.
Leave a like if you like what you saw and would want to see more. Subscribe if you think Momo's adorable.
You know you wanna. Bye!